It's been called the premier show in wrestling and touted as the longest-running weekly episodic show on cable television. But earlier this week, World Wrestling Entertainment showed where wrestling is headed, and that meant taking its flagship show Monday Night Raw off of cable and onto Netflix around this time next year.
Having the flagship wrestling show with the highest ratings be as a part of a Netflix bundle, it's moving just into where entertainment is going.
Actually, the first time we ever sat down and watched Raw, I think I was 6 years old, and I was staying up late past my bedtime watching, and Chris Jericho cheated to beat John Cena, and I remember my dad had to calm me down. I was crying all night.
I think a lot of people, especially my age, have been cutting the cord and going to streaming services.
My name is Taylor Gibson. I'm known in wrestling as Effie. It's electric, fantastic, forever yours. EFFY. The other name doesn't matter. It doesn't make me any money.
Josh Cheeks Holiday!
Character, Cheeks. Funny nickname that started out as a joke as a referee, and it stuck. Everybody loves it. I'll walk out onto the stage there, and just everybody around here, all 380 people in the crowd, will just be screaming Cheeks, and it's one of the best feelings.
Netflix put up billions of dollars to acquire the rights to Raw. The show has been on the air since 1993 with over 1,000 episodes and draws millions of viewers every week.
I think they're actually getting ahead of the curve for once. I've hosted Twitch shows for the past 4 years, kind of through COVID. I started doing that. I think cable is not really around anymore. Even a lot of the viewership already for WWE, for AEW, comes from the streaming replays, comes from the online replays, comes from people pirating the material.
The future of live sports might be on streaming, and that future may be now. Recently, Peacock had a streaming-only NFL playoff game, and while people did complain, the service saw nearly 3 million signups just to watch that one contest.
My name is Devin Bray. I'm the co-owner and booker and matchmaker of Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. There are several professional wrestling streaming services that already exist, and it can be a little bit niche and for wrestling fans, where something like Netflix, and you go on the trending page and you see 5 wrestlers on a WWE logo, knowing that Raw is live every week. Internationally, it's the whole network. You're going to see a lot of people just clicking on it out of curiosity.
Most of the mainstream wrestling for the past few years, they've had an issue with the COVID stuff. They've had an issue with, people being stuck in place. So the live experience has now become something that I think being able to sell that on streaming is going to help the revenue of a lot of these companies in a big way. People want to see, okay, if it comes to my town, I'd like to be a part of that. I'm sure Netflix is excited that they've got guaranteed people coming in who are going to be watching Monday Night Raw. It's, for some people, the only wrestling that they know or ever will know.
It's so much different than when I first started watching, and how I went through high school not really telling anybody I was a big wrestling fan, because everyone would look at it like, oh, fake, not real, we don't like it.
1, catch 2.
The wrestling scene in Winnipeg is on fire right now, and we're happy to be a small part of that. And we're happy to present this sport that means so much to us in a way that we feel gives it a lot of respect.
Daddy, action, no! Going for the ride! Oh!